Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry for such a late upload. I'm getting the weekly review out to you guys right now. We got some fire setups, we got some sleeper setups, we got a lot more potential downside plays than normal. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So first off, we're going to look at the overall market overview. And yeah, let's get right into it. As you guys see here, futures are gapping up. Inauguration week is this week, so keep that in mind. Trump came out and said that he is going to reopen travel, and as soon as he said that, Biden turned it down. So, you know, potentially we might have some airlines plays, we might have some cruise lines plays, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So the levels that I'm really watching here is this 374. Below that, if we can't hold this trend that you guys see right here, this is on the 4-hour trend, this 373 level. I'm looking for a continuation to the downside. So yeah, as you guys see, SPY continuing to pull back. It's inauguration week, so expecting 374, see 373, 371, or else over 377, which we're already at after hours. Target 379, 380 to 382 is a chop zone. No trades there. ADD, it's going to gap up, probably over zero again. Nothing too much to give with that. Next, let's go into the tickers that I'm really focusing on. We're going to keep this video short and sweet. And yeah, there's a couple names you're going to be like, I've never heard of the ticker. Me neither, but I trade great setups. If there's no liquidity in the options, we're going to trade the stock. So first one is AVRN. As you guys can see here, made a new high, broke out of this 20-day 1-hour flag that was going on, and we made a new high at 92.46. I'm going to be entering at 92 level, so the 92 level is our entry in case of a rejection of the all-time high. Make sure we pay attention to the ATR on stocks that we don't normally trade, and we'll be good to go. Next, AMD. AMD has earnings upcoming, and not AMD. Intel has earnings Thursday after market close. AMD can be a sympathy play to that. As you guys see here, AMD has got smacked down the last 3 trading days, down almost 10%. I'm looking really at this 85 level for a potential dip buy and a run up into earnings. If not, we'll play. There's no really short play for me as it's already happened. Short play comes in at that gap fill that's at like 74. Next, APPS was on watch last week. Failed to break out of the all-time high of 61.24, and we are currently at the 50% retracement. So you guys know that I love the 50, I love the fibs, and the 50 is the buy point. So if we can see a continuation back up over 60, that will be the entry point. Next, great setup here on BYND, and let me tell you guys why. This is a long-term resistance here. We're going to go to the 4-hour for you guys to see this one. Long-term resistance here at this 146, 147, 145 level. A break over last week's high, which was 144, so over 145, I'm in it towards 147, and then I'm in it towards, so a break of 144.92, so 145. I'm in it for the break to 147, 150, and 160. Talked to NSC about this. Spreads are looking good here. 150, 152, a week or two out. Yeah. Next, one downside play. I fibbed it out, and I really like it. We have this big gap fill, as you guys can see right here on Disney. First entry is going to be short under 170 is the aggressive entry. I would prefer to wait for a close below 169. Next, 168 is the negative 23.6, so look for a bounce here, maybe back to the 23, then a continuation down. What really gets interesting here is the gap fill vibes on the daily. As you guys can see, gap fill and play first short, looking for to short the retest of either the 23.6 or a continuation on the way down. Under 165, there's going to be room all the way down to 158. Great setup here as well with FEYE, Fire Eye, 20-day, 1-hour bull flag. So as you guys see, here's the 2 trends. We held the 50 for a while, and let's go into the 4-hour so you guys can see this a little bit better. So high short interest here as well, so you know the vibe with that. There's your pole, and that's the flag. My buy point, let's take a look here on the 21 hour. My buy point is going to be at the break of the flag, so probably over 24. I'm a very big fan here of trading shares instead of options. You can get away with options, but shares just make more sense. Okay, next, GHIV. This is a SPAC, and the merger vote is tomorrow, so the 20th. Or I'm sorry, it is Wednesday. And this SPAC is for United Wholesale. I have a position that's about 10K. And yeah, it's a huge upside at this entry level with a limited downside. I'm going to stop out under 10. And I'm going to try to go for like $16, $18. So 3-4 to 1 risk reward ratio. PIIP, also going to set my alert at the highs, another SPAC deal. And yeah, you guys know these SPAC things go crazy. Next one, we got NEO here. NEO, I'm looking to go long once this gap fill closes. So this gap fill at 54.50. That's where I'm looking for a bounce, 54.50 to 55. If that can hold, I'm going to be buying the dip here, play it to 60, and if 60 breaks 62, then 66. These are going to be 3-month out option plays. Netflix, we have earnings on Netflix tomorrow after close. So yeah, post earnings play. Crazy Ups brought this up on my Instagram. Likely that we see more downside, and if we can't hold this on the 180-day 4-hour, we could see a real push down. Another great setup here on the real. Pulled to the 50 on Friday and held. My entry point's over 29 to get in before the 30.05 break, which is the all-time high. So as you guys know, I love the all-time highs and the high shorts. This is about a 12% short, so I keep that on watch. Another one that's setting up is JMIA. I went over that last week, and I did a trade recap on it. Over 49.50 for JMIA is going to squeeze really well. Next, SFIX. The way futures are looking, we could take this over the highs. We didn't get the breakout that we wanted to, but SFIX weeklies pay. They just pay. We're stupid. They're cheap. The spreads aren't bad. So I'm looking over this 76.80 is the entry for the potential wick fill. And I'm going to trade that all the way up to 78 and 79.51. Next, Snow forming this descending wedge. So I'm either going to take it above 310 or below 280. Tesla. I'm really not a big fan of it buying the dip until this is my key level here, 750. We're going to have earnings next week, so expect some volatility with that. And 750 is the level that I really care about. If we can't hold 820, back down to 800. If 800 can't hold, we're going to trade down to 750. Number one setup I'm looking for this week is on TWLO. Made new all-time highs Friday and faded with the rest of the market. If we can hold the 50 at 383, going to enter there, stop out at 379.73, and we are going to be looking for the move to 400. 400 is the all-time high, right around there. 405 is the next fib, and then 415. This stock pays. You can even play a couple weeks out, and it will still pay really well. And yeah, so without further ado, that's the weekly review. Check the Google slides if you guys have submitted. I dropped a bunch more plays in there, like your tickers like Amazon, Apple, stuff like that. Most anticipated earnings. With earnings, guys, we are in full swing now this week, and next week's just loaded. So make sure we manage our bankroll because there's going to be a lot of opportunity, and we don't want to be on the sidelines for that. And without further ado, thanks for listening, and peace.